Hi there, my name is Alan Archer. I'm System Director of Supply Chain for Houston Healthcare in Warner Robins, Georgia. I want to take a few minutes to talk about CMRP renewal, and just wanted to walk you through some of the requirements necessary to recertify, talk about the renewal options, and then talk about some best practices that we've experienced over the year when it comes to renewals. So first off, let me say congratulations on getting your CMRP. Please know that you're one of a numbered few. There's just over 1,300 active CMRPs today, and we feel that CMRP sets you apart as a dedicated professional, knowledgeable in the skills and technologies necessary to lead your organization. So congratulations on getting your CMRP, and thank you for your professionalism in our field. Give you some basics about the CMRP. Your certification is good for 3 years. Please understand that there are professional standards of conduct that we have to make sure that we always conduct ourselves in an ethical and professional manner. Always, always, always standing up for our hospitals first and for the benefit of the organizations which we serve. You need to understand your renewal timeline. The renewal application must be submitted up to 1 year in advance and no later than 30 days prior to expiration. When you look at that timeline, you need to understand that you got a couple of options. The first option that you have for renewing your CMRP is to take the test again. And the way that you do that is you go to www.goamp.com and you can register for the test. You need to know that you can't submit your renewal until after you pass that test. And when you do submit your renewal, you must include a copy of the examination score report with the renewal in order to get your renewal through the test option. The other option that you have for renewal is participating in continuing education, and that's 45 hours of continuing education over the 3 years prior to your expiration date. So remember, those applications must have the following information on your continuing education. You got to have the education program title, the provider or the sponsor of the education, the date of the education, and the number of contact hours for that individual education activity. You're not required to submit proof of the activity with your renewal, but please know that if you get audited, you will be required to provide that documentation. So the best practice is to keep that documentation till about a year after your renewal, so in case you get audited, you've got the information that you needed to be able to support that you had those activities. As you look at your activities, please know that there are many options available as you look at those education types. Any AHRMM educational programs that are out there, webinars, classes, courses, those educational programs that are out there, there's no limit on the number of hours that you can use towards your 45-hour goal. If you want to use your academic coursework at a major university, you can use up to 15 hours for that option. If you do a self-study, there is no limit. So if you do any of the AHRMM self-study courses, there's no limit to those continuing education hours. If you present professional presentations, please know there's only a 15-hour limit for those presentations. If you teach, if you're in academia and you do teaching, there's a 15-hour limit as well. You can also submit test writing for the certification, and if you do that, there's a 15-hour limit for that as well. You can also take the self-assessment exam offered by GoAMP, and you can use that towards your certification as well, and that's a 15-hour limit as well. We also like for folks to author and publish white papers and articles in support of the profession. There's a 15-hour limit for that as well. And then finally, the last option is serving through the American Hospital Association, either in the certification center or with many of the AHRMM committees that we have available, and there's no limit for those hours as well. So let's talk about some of the best practices that we have for CMRP renewal. The first and foremost is plan ahead. Please, please, please do not get caught off guard and understand that your renewal process might take you some time. The next best practice is to get started now. You've got 3 years to get your 45 hours in. Start planning ahead and begin looking for opportunities. And then don't forget to think about service to the American Hospital Association. We're always looking for volunteers. And then finally, the last best practice I would share with you is record keeping. Start you a list now of the educational activities that you're going through and that you take, so that when it does come time to fill out that application, you've got the information at hand. Start a notebook or a file of all your continuing education activities so that when the time comes, you've got everything at hand. Some of those resources for your continuing education hours are the AHRMM Learning Center. You can go in and find a wealth of knowledge and opportunities there. You have AHRMM educational opportunities like this webcast, podcast, webinars, AHRMM conferences. Also, you can look to your local chapter events as well. And then we also have GPO and industry events that take place across the country that you can look for continuing education as well. So finally, just to wrap up, I want to say again, congratulations on getting your CMRP. You are a numbered professional, and your dedication and service speaks to us as a profession. Don't let expiration sneak up on you. Start planning now. Keep an eye out for opportunities and make sure you start your documentation. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you at the next educational event.